My name is Roisin Donald and I'm from Derry. Yeah, it's completely different from what I usually do. Like I usually sit down and work out the structure of a song and the lyrics and everything first of all, but the minute we got here we just started messing around with the synths and just recorded everybody just going mental at it, and now it's kind of more about the structure now, but it's cool getting to work with people that like are into a completely different kind of music than you are.
Being on here was actually incredible, like meeting up with people who have a completely different background from me. And during the jamming session, I mean, it was pretty incredible, like all the sounds blending together. The start it was kind of all over the place, but then as it sort of picked up, like everybody sort of sequenced them together and made some fantastic sounds.
Yeah, I loved it. Got to play with a ton of gear that I would normally have ever been able to afford, let alone have access to. For me personally, it was about seeing how other producers worked whenever they're using software like Ableton, working in this kind of way, because I have my own way of doing it, but I know that I'm kind of faking it a little bit, so I just kind of want to see what these guys do, just to see if I'm kind of at least have all the right lines with the way I do.
Fantastic. All the Celtronic people are just absolutely lovely, really great to work with, and the local artists that we've been working with for the last couple of days have just been really inspiring people. Jamming last day and going into more the compositional style. I've seen the two sides to a lot of people and seen how they approach new instruments, and it's just been really inspiring for the last couple of days. And I can see myself working with some of the people here in the future. And if I can get back to the Celtronic Studios again sometime soon, definitely.
My name is Mr. C from London, Los Angeles, Super Freak, and here we are with Celtronic in Derry, and we are going to have it large. I'm really enjoying myself. Firstly, the studio's dope. There's so much nice gear in there, lots of good analog synths, lots of stuff to work with, lots of toys. Really good studio, and it's really nice working with the boys. They're a really nice bunch of lads, and right from the get-go, I encouraged everyone to get involved and have fun and enjoy, and it's been like that. It's like a bunch of guys all working together and enjoying themselves, coming up with a product. and it's gelled immediately. We really got motoring on a track and managed to get all the parts down really quickly. Nice bunch of lads. Projects where you've got like what we're doing now, collaborations. I think it's really important for music. I think it's like, you know, for these kids to work with people that have got experience, to take their own stuff to the next level, and to make them look at what they're doing from a completely different perspective. And that's going to really, you know, take them up a level. So I think it's great that you're doing these sorts of projects and getting experienced producers to work with these kids. The kids of the future. I mean, people like me, I'm no spring chicken, and you know, you've got the next generation have got to, you know, take the baton and run with it. And I think it's up to people that have been in the scene for a while and producers that have been making music for a lot of years. We have responsibilities to the scene, not just to ourselves, not just to our own label, but to the scene in general. And I think doing stuff like this allows people that have been around for a while to mentor and use their experience to be able to help the next generation of dance music. If it's going to keep growing and evolving, then there needs to be inspiration coming from what is already known. So I think this is very important.
Good workflow, like seeing somebody jam my song, and then I didn't do it before because I'm usually working on my own, but seeing somebody else come out with a melody and then you sort of have something to go along with, like I thought it was really, really good.
I thought it was great that I worked in the studio with other lads. It's because each lad has a different background of sort of like different genres, so everybody had their own sort of input. So like we came up with a sort of different sound, so it wasn't like specifically techno, it wasn't specifically sort of acid, it wasn't specifically house. So we all collaborated together and we all sort of came up with this unique sound that we now have today.
It was great. This brilliant experience. The studio's been described to me before and I've seen pictures and that, but it's nothing compared to when you're actually on there using the software and all that crack. It's hopefully not a once in a lifetime experience. No, I'd say future years to come we'll probably be up here a lot more often, hopefully anyway.
Hi, I'm Kieran. I was hopefully helping out people, guide them or give them some kind of guidance to ideas and creativity and develop people's ideas. And I suppose I hope that what I do is I'm trying to give people confidence and make them kind of realise their ideas and lose their inhibitions. The last 2 days, it's hard to know. I could have focused on trying to get a finished product, a finished song, which I've done the last time, but as I said before, I think the important thing is that people come away feeling that they've learned something, and I sort of analyse, well, what is it people are going to benefit from this? Is there a finished track, which we will do, but at the end of the 2 days, is it better that they have 2 tracks or that their brain is thinking further and bigger than they have before? And I think that's more important than just coming away with what you think is a finished track.
The last 2 days have been great to collaborate with people, and it's nice to network too. They know people now that maybe could nearly try and do something with in the future. I think what I learned from it was just nice to see how different people approached it and laid it up, and how Phil Kieran particularly layered each the tunes in the sense of building the tune before putting the beat down, things like that.
I'm doing a course now in the tech there, a 2-year music technology course. I'm in my first year. Started producing there about 5 months ago, so to be here along with someone like Phil Kieran, producing along with him, collaborating, and then other heads as well is great. Like,
And it was great being on the studio over the last 2 days, meeting Phil Kieran, seeing how he works, seeing how other people works, and getting to use all the gear, becoming familiar with some different types of drum machines and stunts, and it's excellent.
It's been really inspiring, not just for myself, but for both the younger and older people who've been collaborating. And I think including the artists and producers who actually came here also, everyone's kind of learned a new technique or just some kind of idea from each other. I think this has been really beneficial for people who are maybe young people studying or just trying to get into creating music. It can inspire them quite a lot. If they're just making music in the bedroom, they come in here, they use the likes of the analog and digital equipment in the studio. They could really just get them thinking outside the box and inspire them just to actually take the next step and do something with their talent.
This is Francesco Tristano. We're here at Celtronic Studios. I had the immense pleasure to spend 2 days with the local guys. And I've seen the studio for the first time 2 years ago when it was just being built, when it was just starting. And I had a great feeling about it. And 2 years later, it has developed into something quite amazing. It's much more elaborate and much more geared up than my own studio, so I'm a bit jealous. But it's also a great opportunity for the people of Derry and the people of Ireland. I think we learned a lot mutually from one another. I definitely come again, and I'm curious to see how the studio develops, because it looks like even though it's already very intricate and very well engineered and cabled through, it looks like it's a work in progress. So it might become bigger and better in the future.
Hi, I'm Tom Middleton. I'm in Derry at the Celtronic Studios. I've had 2 days on the collaboration session with local talent like you would not believe. Mind-blowing talent. Totally and utterly impressed. Blown away. So we've come away with 3 pieces of music that are absolutely mind-blowing. I'm just staggered at what's achievable in such a short space of time when everyone is so open to the possibility of working and collaborating together. And the room is so good in terms of the equipment and the way that you naturally want to explore possibilities of analog synths, modular systems, and how you might want to create organic evolving sounds. So I think for me, this has been one of the most rewarding 2 days in the studio in a long, long time, because I met some really lovely people. Everybody's super nice. There was no attitude, no ego. Everyone was really open to the process. It evolved naturally, and we've ended up with one track that starts at 60 BPM, notches up to 120. Another track that we ended up 70 BPM, 80 BPM, and then it seemed to kind of fall at double speed, 160 BPM, and then today we had a cue last night for wouldn't it be nice to hear some drum and bass, so 170 BPM. So we've got a great broad collection of tempos and styles.
Experience working all the hardware and getting to have lunch with Stuart twice. That was the best part. He's going to give me a gig soon.
It was great coming up here, getting an opportunity to work with local musicians and producers, and especially Tom Middleton. He's an absolute genius and wizard in the studio. He really knows his stuff, and it was actually good getting hands-on in a real studio instead of clicking on a computer.
It was a very innovative experience. It was very interesting and educational, and obviously it was great to see somebody at the peak of their game, as in Tom Middleton there, and the way he goes about things, the way he works basically. So we stand and observing that as well was a real treat.
To make an improvement, I reckon you should make it longer. I will definitely take part if there's something like this happening in the future. I find it very interesting and I've took a lot from it.
So it will yield probably an album's worth of music just in 2 days, which is magic. Can't wait to hear the rest of it. Well done, Celtronic. Go collaborate.